Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Video Game Hunting Store Edition. So it was a busy day this past couple days because it was so hot out. Beach, lake, river. So I only got to go to a couple of my normal Goodwill stores around me. I wanted to go to some new stores, but they'll have to wait until next week. Still working on the whole camera issue. I brought another camera out with me, my GoPro, but yeah, that does not work so well for trying to look at these game titles. As you can see here, this Goodwill had a lot of video games. Let's see if I can get the camera in the right spot. Here we go. They had Super Mario Galaxy, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii. Unfortunately, Super Mario Galaxy, the game was missing. I suspect either it was stolen or it was in the Wii. And because they send the Wii away, yeah, that game's gone for good. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just flipping through, seeing if there's anything I like. This is the same store that I found the Miracle keyboard. So I've been trying to go to this store a couple times during the last week just to maybe the cables that weren't in the box show up on the shelf somehow. Right now, just looking through the CDs, PlayStation 1 games, Dreamcast. I do find one PS1 game, but it's just a billiards. It was $2. I didn't really want it. Alright, so now I'm looking for those cables, like I said. Gotta check electronics section. They wanted $8 for this no-name PS2 controller, just because it was brand new still. Ridiculous. But, you gotta put a price on it, so that's what they wanted. Yeah, no luck. I was really hoping to find the cables, hoping that maybe the person donated a bunch of other stuff with the keyboard. Just because it gets donated on the same day doesn't mean it comes out on the same day. They get so much stuff that the big things like those keyboards, they go out first. Sometimes those stuff won't even get sent out. Won't even get used at this Goodwill. It'll get sent out and maybe end up at another Goodwill that needs more of that type of merchandise. So who knows? Maybe it'll be at another store and I'll find it. So just gotta keep my eyes looking. Another Wii board, as you just saw on the bottom of the screen. Those things all the time. So how's your guys' game hunting been going? Anything exciting or new? Leave a comment if you found any nice things. This was kind of cool. I wasn't going to pick it up for what they were asking for it. I forget the price. I think it was like $5 or $6. But, it was one of those cheap attempts to copy the Wii and sell it at those, drugstores and everything. Around me, if you go to a drugstore, there's so many bootleg video games, it's not even funny. Alright. Always got to check these DVD players, CD players, because you never know, maybe there'll be a laser disc or a video player. I like to collect some of the old electronics like that. Alright, well, let's move on over to the game boards. I didn't find anything too interesting here, but what I did find, I was kind of angry because someone took it out of the box and they must have asked for a cheaper price because it didn't have a price tag on it. People do that all the time when I used to work at the Goodwill. Hopefully the camera will pan up, but it was a Stretch Armstrong. I don't know if it's a newer one or an older one, but they wanted $4 for it, and someone probably thought that was too overpriced. And the box is there with the insert, but nothing inside. It was a nice big one too. Here it is. Show the camera, Mr. Cameraman. Good help is so hard to find. See, yep, everything in there. It's probably a newer one considering the plastic insert, but I still wanted it. I used to have one as a kid, and Me and my cousin would pull that thing as far as we could till one day it finally snapped and guts all over the place. Alright. Well, I think with this stop, I picked up a few games. You'll have to check out the pickup video after this one to see those. And off to the next store. Or not. Now off to the next store. Alright, so another one of my Goodwills. I tend to go to the Goodwill as often as possible because they have a great return policy, 2 weeks store credit if a game doesn't work, and there's 3 within 10-15 minutes driving from my house, so it's a real easy stop, and there's located in places where there's other stores I can go to for shopping and things like that, so it makes it not an out of the way trip. If I want to get groceries, there's one there, in any direction. Alright, they had a lot of brand new movies, but none of the games, nothing interesting. I was checking out the glass case there. Too bad the camera wasn't following me correctly. I will get a better camera soon, or at least a better cameraman. Alright, found a couple PlayStation 1 games here. I'll go through them real quick. Game Day 97, Greatest Hits. Game Day 2002. That's a late one. I probably should have just picked that one up because it's such an old PS1 game. NASCAR. Nope. We'll pass. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I love that game. That's for the PC though, and I don't try to buy too many PC games unless it's like a really cool big box or something that really intrigues me. I just hate downloading games and getting set up. I just like the consoles because you pop them in and they're there to go. Except today's consoles where you pop them in and then you have to wait like 20 minutes for a download. This place had an interesting find. I was happy that I stopped here. We're about to see it soon. First, this little throttle. It's made by Hori and it's for a Namco Bandai. Not really sure what it's for. It seems like it's for like a flying game. It was only a couple dollars, so I picked it up just to see. I did a little research. It seems like it's missing a joystick, but here's what I really liked: the Sinclair 1000 personal computer. That was pretty cool. I'm glad I found that. I like those old computers. Play around with them a little bit, then just get rid of them. For the price, if it didn't work, I can just return it. Alright, now the normal trip. Check out board games. They had a couple old ones. I'm still looking for Forbidden Bridge. I used to love playing that game as a kid. And another one, I forget the name. I know it when I see it, but I always check the board games. It was like a construction one where you built this wall and you had this little plastic jackhammer and you could press the jackhammer and try to knock the wall out without it falling. Me and my friend used to play that all the time. Alright, right now I'm just opening up this box before I buy it to make sure it's actually the right item, not just something prepackaged inside. That happens a lot. This takes a little bit of time. One-hand it and try to film. It took me a little bit to figure out where to put the camera, so I didn't have to use one hand. Look at that unboxing. Look at that. You got video game hunting and an unboxing video all at the same time. See, that's the kind of quality that we bring to the show right here. When I say we, I mean me. One-man crew. Let's do this. Alright. So as you can see, unboxing. Got it unboxed. Now let's open it up. Now, I will have to say, it did have a little musk of a smell. I left it in the sunlight a little bit to in my sunroom just to try to kill off any of that smell. It works a little bit. I didn't want to leave it in there too long because today was a hot day. I didn't want anything to fry. But if you tend to leave it in the sunlight, the sun does a good way of killing the smell. You just don't want to leave it too long with especially electronics. Got to do it in a little bit of time. Let it cool off. Put it back in there. All right. So that was a cool find. The other thing too is I went to another Goodwill later on this day, on the same day, but I already went there once, and I didn't bring my phone in the second time. But I found the portable printer for that computer at a different Goodwill. So yeah, you can see that in the pickup video as well. Alright, now we're at my local Savers. This is my last stop of the day. I don't tend to buy from here too often because their return policy is a hassle. No exchanges, as is. Even if it doesn't work, you can't return it. So I only buy something if it's a really good deal, because I don't want to take a risk $5 for a game that doesn't work, unless it's like a $5 game but it's worth like $40 or $50. They used to be really good on their mangas here. You'd get them for 60 cents a piece, kids book prices. Now they're $3 a piece. Apparently they caught on to pricing their mangas, or someone told them about it. Yeah, this was a big mess. Nothing too much. There's this lady sitting over there just staring at me the whole time as I was filming, so trying to be as incognito as possible. It worked for the most part. Alrighty. Yeah, so this place wasn't much of a find either. But, you know, if you don't go to it, you might be missing out on something. And yeah, so there wasn't much here. I'm going to call that a day for this episode. You know, not too many finds, but if you check out the pickup video after, you'll see some of the games that I picked up and a little bit more of the merchandise. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the bell, subscribe, like, share, and check out my other videos. You know, I do a little bit of everything just because those are the videos I like to watch. So I'm not trying to really gauge my channel towards one thing. It's the type of things I like to watch, and just are what I like to talk about. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and see you later.